Hey, welcome to the channel and welcome to Okinawa in Japan. For the next few videos, we're going to explore some of the amazing places on the most southern prefecture in the beautiful land of the rising sun. I'm going to start this series at the former Japanese Navy underground headquarters here in Okinawa. This place played a very important role during the Second World War. I hope you enjoy coming along to check out this rather interesting place with an incredible history. The former Japanese Navy underground headquarters, or Kaigango, as it is also known, was constructed in 1944 during the Battle of Okinawa. The hill it is on is 74 meters above sea level and provides a great vantage point of the airport and the nearby port. More than 200,000 people lost their lives during the Battle of Okinawa. More than 188,000 of them were Japanese. All right, so we're about to go into the caves proper right now. The caves go to a depth of about 20 meters, with the deepest location down here being the staff room, which is 25 meters below the surface. And the incredible thing is that these caves, which are made of a mix of timber and concrete and some other materials, were all done by hand. There was no electricity back in the day, and so this really is a pretty remarkable achievement. The caves extend for 450 meters underground, but the public is only able to see 300 meters. The headquarters were also an underground air raid shelter. Around 4,000 soldiers lived, worked, and hid here, while above the ground was being bombed by the US forces during the end of World War II. The tunnels opened to the public in 1970, and today, for around $5, visitors can descend into this labyrinth of incredible tunnels and learn about the not-so-distant past. Alright, so this is the radio room right now. More than 2,900 telegrams were actually sent from this room advising of the actions of the US military during the Second World War. And down here we have a bit of a replica of the kind of radio equipment they would have used during World War II. Alright, so this room is the code room, and once again it's incredible that they were able to build a cavern of this size 20 meters underground. It's very well made. It's obviously lasted over 80 years since it was built in 1944, over incredibly 5 months. It's just heartbreaking to think that at one point there was 4,000 people living down here in these tunnels, and they were starved of food and air and water as well. And originally they were able to go upstairs to use the toilet, but then once the war effort intensified, they weren't able to do that, and so they had to do their business down here. And you can just imagine the stench of 4,000 people under here trying to live in those conditions. As I said earlier, it's extraordinary when you understand that this was built by hand, all built by hand, like hoes and pickaxes and their own hands were the people who built this were used to create these tunnels. No electricity at all, probably like minimal lighting. Yeah, it's an incredible achievement of engineering. Alright, so behind me is the petty officers' room, and extraordinarily during the time of the war, this room was so crowded that it was standing room only. People even had to try to sleep by standing up in this room behind me. Oh! Ouch! It's hit my head. Alright, one thing to be aware of is that these tunnels were built for Japanese people, not for 5'11" Westerners. I just bumped my head on the tunnel back there. So if you do come here and visit, please be wary of that. Ouch. The room behind me is the room where Rear Admiral Ota sent his final telegrams off to Tokyo telling him how the Okinawan people fought and obviously died in the fight against the US in World War II. Rear Admiral Ota Minoru started his post as commanding officer in January 1945, 2 months before the US invaded Okinawa. On June 13, he, along with 6 staff officers, committed suicide in the tunnels. Alright, so this is the staff room, which is actually the lowest point in the tunnels. We're currently 25 meters below the surface. The staff officers' room is a bleak place to be. Several officers committed suicide here by hand grenade, and you can still see remnants of grenade fragments in the walls. Hey, thanks for checking out the former Japanese Navy underground tunnels here at Okinawa in Japan. An incredible place with an incredible history, and if you do visit this part of the world, definitely worth checking out. To check out more great things in Okinawa, in Japan, and other awesome places, you want to click on this video over here next. Thank you for your company today. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.